I've had my brand new driver, this one right here, for a few weeks now, and it's been killing me. This is the first time I've been able to get out on the golf course and see what numbers I get and see actually how it performs. Now, I am a little bit nervous about it, which probably and quite rightly seems 100% ridiculous to be that way. But in the past, I found it really hard to change clubs, and even when I had my previous driver, the Aerojet, I was like, you know what? I really like the driver I had before, the Rad Speed. So, I'll be honest, as much as I'm really excited about hitting this driver, I'm very, very nervous. So the plan is today, we're gonna hit some golf balls on the golf course where it actually happens, because you know what? Because if it doesn't perform out here, why the heck have I got it in the back? Numbers we're looking for. I wanna be touching 295, 300 total. That's what I was getting inside. I wanna be getting around 2,500 spin. I want my club head speed to be over 110, and my ball speed to be around 160 miles an hour. That sounds like a lot to ask for on a insanely cold day. But anyway, that doesn't matter. We're gonna be hitting numerous drives this way. But firstly, let me remind you of my spec of my driver. Now, this is the spec I have gone for. There's actually my old driver right here with the AE Golf head cover on, but let's get this. So you've known by now that I'm gaming the Taylormade Qi10. I've got it in 10.5 degrees and in the standard head. How good does it look, that blue face, by the way? That looks absolutely pure. And the shaft I've got is a Ventus TR Red, and it's got black top, red bottom. And interestingly, this black version is what I used to have in this driver right here. So it's a little bit of a combo of them both. Apart from the fact that this one now is a 6X, so plays a little bit stiffer, but I've been told it's a little bit lighter. Right, I'm gonna hit 5 away on the hardest hole here. Then we're gonna move on a few holes. I really am nervous about this. I wanna see how it performs. We'll go through these numbers. Now, line-wise, 1, 2, 3, that's 5 golf balls. Just put them on my pocket. By the way, green glove is back. Here we go. Let's go. Line-wise, as I was saying, you see sort of this little bit right here, this sort of down slope here, is sort of where the safe play is. If we can be around there, I'll be 100% over the moon. Let's start off by just getting some hit away. I absolutely love the look of this, that red into the black, and my lambkin grip, and this head. Very, very nice. Right, let's hit some away here. Oh, I'm nervous. Go on, baby. It's a little bit right, but that was hit good. That was hit really nice. Okay, we're dancing. 283, first ball away. What was all the nerves about? Let's hit another one. That was total, by the way. I wish it was carry, but that was total. Let's go another one. You know what I really enjoyed about that? That felt a little bit toe side, but it didn't go left. Whoa. A little bit left of where I want it, but a really good hit again. You won't believe this. So let's go through some of these numbers here. We had a 284 yard total. It finished 14 yards left of target. As far as I'm aware, that's hitting the fairway. We had a ball speed of 167. Wowzers! Now I am actually using the golf balls that I use out on the golf course, the Vice golf balls. And then a club head speed of 116. Now, interestingly, I hit that a little bit off the bottom, that last one. It was good, but you know, like a little bit off the bottom. Didn't fly like that, but the spin was a little high. This is a good start, a really good start. Now, I know that was a little bit right and then a little bit left. Let's see if we can hit a couple more on this tee. Just really dialing it in. No, in fact, let's hit 3 more on this tee. I really want to add to this that they were my first 2 shots of the day, like no warm-up, straight off the gun. Very often I tell you guys to warm up, but I really don't. Right, ball number 3, let's go. Look at that, baby. I still don't think that was middled, you know. I really don't think that was middled. I'm gonna try and tee this a bit higher. 280 total. We're gonna tee this a bit higher. We're substituting that tee out. Like, if you can see there, I'm sort of catching them. I reckon just around that carbon word is where it feels like. But it really not ballooning up. Now I can tell that the spin's a little high, and obviously after seeing the first few hits on the data, you can see it's a little bit high too. This one is teed a little higher. That is the honey. That is it. That is exactly where I told you it should go as well. This has to be 290 area. Has to be. Get in there, my son. Look at this. This is honestly the first one I have got out of the middle. I feel like I'm starting to loosen up. Have a look at these numbers. 301 total. I mean, I said a throwaway comment 295 plus, but 301, boom. We have one more to hit here though, and then we'll go to the next hole, which is also a really tough tee shot, because just look at what I'm playing with here. Just to give you an idea, that is out of bounds. That pretty much may as well be out of bounds. It's so thick. That felt mega. I mean, I don't know why I'm looking there. It's not left a mark. So 301 yards total. Can you see the smile on my face here? That felt just like it did when I was getting fitted, where what I get with this driver is that I can hit it and swing it hard and not worry about it going left. So 301 yards total, 165.4 ball speed, 278 yards carry and 113.9, and that spin just right where I want it. Maybe a little bit higher if I'm honest, 2,900. So yet again, don't really know why I was nervous, but still got some more drives to hit. What are you thinking of it so far? Now, really interestingly, that was a lot higher than I would normally tee it. I would say as a gauge, I had more than half a ball above the face on that, which is interesting. The first few when I teed it at my normal height, where I sort of had like a quarter ball above the face, felt a little bit off the bottom, but this now is sort of what we're dealing with in terms of height. A lot higher for me than it normally is. Look at that again. That's like better than the last one. I've not had the confidence to tee a driver up like that ever. Like, ever. Bloody hell. Bloody hell. This really feels, I don't know, a little bit surprising, a little bit bizarre. Considering I've only hit 5 away out here, it feels like a driver I've had for years. I know what it does. I'm not stood there, especially on this hole, right? I'm not fearing it going miles off to the left. I'm really not. And I don't know if you noticed, but you see the flight of those last two? They started much higher, they had lower spin, and that last one went 300 yards total. Not talking carry yet, maybe one day if we hit the gym a bit, but no, 300 yards total. I just find it bizarre that I can tee it that high and not get that spin. It's not something, I'll be honest, I've ever experienced before. Let's go and find these and let's go on to the next. But what do you think of this driver? Do you like the look of it? Do you like the flight of it? I'd be interested to know what you think. Wow, that is a walk and a half up the 13th. Now I did mention I have my old driver in here. Let me know down in the comments, because you guys control what we put up here on How Good Golf. Is it worth doing, and now this is Cobra Aerojet, is it worth doing a review between my new fitted driver and my old fitted driver? Now I mentioned those numbers, I've kept them up, let's have a look. So I mentioned that we hit this 300 yards here, look at that there, whoa, bosh. Okay, then we had, I don't even know what these are, 277 yards of carry, 113.9 club head speed, 2,800 spin, and a ball speed of 165.4. Now, granted, when I've been at the driving range and when I've normalised driving range balls, even inside, I wasn't even sniffing 165 ball speed. I said to you anything around 160. This is going quicker. And one thing I'm going to say with this though, it's going to take a lot of getting used to for me teeing it that high. And whether I would do that in a competition, whether I'd do that under pressure, I don't know. It's going to take a lot of testing and a lot of trying to build that trust. Might sound really dramatic that, but I think you've got to do that, haven't you? You've got to try it, test it, feel it. Okay, we're now on the 14th hole. Have a look how beautiful this hole is today. Blue sky, chilly. Now time to hit a few away on here. Let's go. Let's just give these 4 a wipe because they're a little bit muddy. Now I've not really spoken about how this shaft feels. Does it feel similar to what I was currently using? Yes, is the answer to that. But there's a really bizarre feeling that now I'm hitting more and getting tuned into it, it really does feel exactly what it says on the tin. It feels really firm in my hands, and when I'm sort of changing direction here at the top, it feels really stiff. But as that club's coming into impact, I am getting that feeling of this club kicking here. And I think that's why I definitely have a more of an idea of trying to up on it. And what I'm trying to say is that feeling of a different kick point compared to what I had, even though it feels like it's kicking lower, which in my mind would maybe hit the ball left, because it's stiffer, it's not doing that. It's just giving me an idea of and inviting me to hit more up on the golf ball, which is a super nice feeling. Line-wise here, just straight away, straight down. Well, somewhere around here is absolutely perfect. That is going to go for absolute miles. That's a little bit of a push, but I do not want that back. 298, 298. Now I went a little bit higher and I did catch it a little bit off the top. I need to not get carried away here that I can hit it harder and harder. Do you ever get in that mode where you're like, oh, I'm hitting it good now, let's go harder? Don't do it, Alex. Beautiful hit that. I never want to see that one back. That's just that fade. I just still going to repeat what I said. I just can't hit it left. Watch me go and hit the next one left, by the way. Generally, the stiffer the shaft, the less likely you are to hit it left. The weaker the shaft for a strong, I'm not saying I'm strong, but a faster player, the ball's more likely to go a bit left and right, and mostly left. Okay, that last one there, a little bit less, 290, but I'm happy with that. Right, 2 more to go here. Our averages are bang on what I said, aren't they? They really are, really are. I genuinely don't think I've ever been this excited about a driver before in my life. I think I've just found a really good winning combo. Because from last year, to give you an idea, I probably put on about 2 or 3, maybe even 4 miles an hour club head speed, which is going to definitely require a different shaft. So 291 total on that one. We then had a ball speed of 165. We've been around there all the time, haven't we? And then a club head speed of 113.9. Spin was a little higher on that one, 3,100. But apart from the ones that hit off the bottom, that's probably as high as it's been. And if it's going that straight, I don't mind that. It was a little cutty, which is maybe one of the reasons why it spun a little more, but that's the shot I'm trying to play. I'm trying to play a little bit of a fade, which notoriously will produce more spin than a draw. Right, let's go and hit our final one away. But what do you think of this driver? Definitely getting used to teeing this one higher. That was so good again. Look at that fade. He's done it. 290 yards total, that last one. Buzzing. Really buzzing. Really buzzing. 290 yards total. 162.6 ball speed. 113.9 club head speed. And just under 2,000 spin. That thing right there, I don't know why I was so worried. Really don't know why I was so worried. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed me hitting my driver for the first time out on the golf course. You know what? I hope it came across because I certainly did. I was apprehensive, but it certainly delivered. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe. Plus, remember, you control what we test next here on the channel. If you want me to test my new driver versus my old driver, let me know down below in the comments.